What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to compare two FPV cameras side by side. One flight was recorded with the DJI O4 Pro, the other one with the Flywoo O4 Lite. Both are recorded in 4K, but the hardware behind the systems is very different. Your challenge in this video is simple. Try to guess which camera is which before you see the reveal video. Pay attention to the colors, the dynamic range and the fine details in the image. And let me know in the comments which one you think is the DJI O4 Pro. I split the flights in two sections. In the first section, I will show you the image in the normal color profile with no color correction or grading. The settings for the cameras are the same. In the second section, I will show the video with color correction and same grading. The Gyroflow settings for both are the same and linked down in the description. As we start the first flight, take a closer look at how the cameras handle bright sky and the darker areas on the ground. Dynamic range can make a big difference here. Notice how much detail you can see in the palm trees, buildings and shadows while the drone is moving quickly. Another thing to look is for sharpness. Some cameras produce a very crisp image while others look slightly softer, especially during fast motion. Now let's have a look at the second section, but this time with Gyroflow stabilization and some color grading applied. The stabilization helps smooth out the movement, which can make the footage feel more cinematic and easier to watch. Pay attention to how the image behaves during fast turns and quick movements. Gyroflow can sometimes change the way details appear near the edges of the frame. I also applied some basic color correction and grading to both clips. This helps bring out the colors, contrast and overall look of the image. Look closely at the sky, the highlights in the darker areas, and see how each camera responds once the footage has been processed. Sometimes grading can reveal more detail and color depth, but it can also show difference between camera sensors. Now that both clips are stabilized and graded, do you notice a difference between the two cameras? Tell me in the comments. Now let's take a look at the second flight. In the first section, again, no color correction, normal color profile, same settings for the camera, no Gyroflow. Again, watch how the camera deals with bright highlights in the sky and darker shadows in the environment. This is often where difference between sensors become visible. One of these systems actually uses a much larger sensor, which usually means better dynamic range and improved light performance. The other one is designed to be extremely lightweight, making it perfect for tiny whoops and micro builds. Some cameras produce more saturated colors, while others try to keep the image more natural and neutral. Also pay attention to the fine details on the ground when the drone flies lower. Now let's take a look at the second section of the second flight, again with Gyroflow stabilization and color grading applied. The stabilization should make the footage look much smoother, especially during quick direction changes and fast dives. Pay attention to how stable the horizon stays and how the cameras handle rapid movements through the environment. With the color grading applied, you can also see how the colors, contrast and highlights respond in both clips. Look closely at the sky, the shadows and the small details in the landscape. Sometimes post-processing can bring out more dynamic range and color depth, but it also makes the difference between camera sensors more noticeable. Take another close look and decide which camera you think performs better. Alright, now it's time to make a decision. Which camera do you think is the DJI O4 Pro and which one is the Flywoo O4 Lite? Take a final look at the dynamic range, colors and fine details in both images. If you want to see the correct answer right now, I've linked a review video in the description. In that video I will show you exactly which camera is which.